I thought I knew what love was until the day I was supposed to get married, and the bride never showed up. The chapel was full, my suit pressed, my heart racing. But the clock ticked, the whispers grew, and eventually, someone handed me a note. "I'm so sorry. I can't do this." No explanation. No goodbye. Just an empty altar and a shattered soul. Her name was Leah. We met in college, dated for 3 years, and planned every detail of our wedding. Everyone said we were the perfect couple, but behind the smiles and filtered photos, our foundation had cracks, ones I refused to see. I thought if I loved her hard enough, she'd stay. I thought if I did everything right, I'd be enough, but that day proved otherwise. In the weeks that followed, I went numb. Friends tried to reach out. I ignored them. I stopped going to church. I deleted every photo, every message. I even burned the wedding invitation box. I didn't cry, not at first. But then one night, I found myself sitting on the floor of my apartment, holding the Bible my grandmother gave me years ago. It had been untouched since her funeral. I opened it out of muscle memory more than faith, and my eyes landed on a verse I had never underlined, but now couldn't ignore. "We love because he first loved us." -1 John 4:19. I stared at the words. He first loved us. It wasn't romantic love. It wasn't earned love. It was initiating love. God loved me not because I deserved it or reciprocated it, but because it was who he is. That verse broke me, because I realized I had never truly believed I was loved. I thought love had to be won, kept, and performed for. But God didn't love me because I showed up. He loved me before I even knew how to stand. That night, I prayed a simple, broken prayer. God, I don't know how to be loved, but if you still want me, I'm here. It wasn't instant healing, but it was a start. I began journaling, attending church again, even if I sat in the back row. I met with a mentor who reminded me week after week, God's love isn't fragile. It's not leaving. I started volunteering at a local shelter, not because I was healed, but because I realized love wasn't about feeling. It was about giving what I had received. One rainy Tuesday, a young teen at the shelter asked me, "Why do you care?" I smiled, because someone loved me before I ever knew how to love back. She didn't get it then, but I did. Months passed, healing grew in layers. Not just from Leah's absence, but from my lifelong hunger to be seen and chosen. And then came the day I met Rachel. She wasn't flashy. She wasn't loud, but she was kind, consistent. And one day, while we were walking in the park, she said something that stunned me. "I love how you love people. It feels safe." Safe. That word stopped me cold, because I realized that's what God had been all along. A safe place to fall, a safe love to receive. A love that didn't depend on the altar, or the effort, or the outcome. Rachel and I took it slow, built something honest, and when we stood before God and our families on our wedding day, I wasn't afraid anymore, because I knew whether she stayed or went, whether life brought joy or loss, I was loved. First, always. Today, I lead a Bible study for men who've been through breakups, divorces, or father wounds. We call it for 19, our reminder that we don't earn love, we just respond to it. So, if you're wondering whether you're lovable, start here. We love because he first loved us. That truth changed my life, and it can change yours. Share and comment this if you believe God still writes the best stories.